Well, it's not the most pleasant afternoon to be standing in Main Street in Stenen, Saskatchewan. It is Sunday, April the 19th, 2015, along about supper time, and this is the west side of Maine. It was likely the Canadian Northern Town Property Company, a branch of Canadian Northern Railway, who bought the town site from Johannes Amundsen Stenen in 1911 and laid out the town site perpendicular to the rail line that it ran through in that year. There's the village hall, built in 1917. John Stenen had arrived in the neighborhood in 1904 and had likely bought his land from the Scandinavian Canadian Land Company, as had so many other of the early pioneers. The east side of Main Street. Fires and demolitions over the years have created lots of space to build parks, this one to commemorate the village's centennial in 2012. Stenen's population peaked in 1956 at 301, about the time these concrete sidewalks were laid. It's down to 79 come 2011. Nice to see that the Saskatchewan Transportation Company bus still stops here. There's the village offices and fire hall. The village was incorporated on August 14th, 1912, with J.A. Stenen as the first overseer. There's a siding lost in the weeds. Canadian Northern built through here in 1911, and a year later built a third-class station at mile 57.9 from Swan River on what Canadian National called its Priestville sub-Swan River to Kelvington. The station would have stood right in here. It was closed in 1965. It's gone. Just opposite the bins over there stood the King George Hotel for 100 years till it burned up on August 14th, 2012. The first outfits to raise elevators here were James Richardson and Son and Saskatchewan Elevator Company in 1912, followed by the United Grain Growers in 1917, Liberty Grain in 1921, North Star in 1922, and the United Grain Growers built the number 2 in 1955. The United Church was built as a library in the early 1900s at Crystal Lake, about 5 kilometers to the south of town. Not sure when it was moved in and consecrated. St. Demetrius was built in 1956. St. Nicholas Ukrainian Catholic Church was located 3 miles north of town. Built in 1934 and moved in 1953. Haven't found it yet though. St. Elizabeth Roman Catholic Church started in 1912 as a Lutheran church, but only the basement was completed. The Catholics bought it in 1927, completed the building, but dismantled it in 1967. And behind the stone is the cenotaph. Behind the cenotaph, what might have been the Bailey Brothers garage, behind which was a power plant. 1921 supplied the town. I didn't see a post office uptown. The rural post office of Eden Valley was opened in the neighborhood by Timothy Gibney on August 1st, 1906, and was moved into town and the name change on August 1st, 1912 under Postmaster Robert Bailey. Stenen School District number 892 was erected on May 23, 1912. A little one-room white schoolhouse was opened in 1913, which was replaced by a 2-room brick building in 1921. This school dates from 1964 and was closed in 1989. It's now Rawhide's Restaurant and has this picture of Elevator Row. The last one standing was the UGG, which was demolished in 1999. And the curling rink. The kids probably take the bus to Sturgis to school now. Settlers began arriving in the Stenen area soon after the Canadian Northern built through Kenora, about 30 kilometers to the south, in 1908. Scandinavians, Ukrainians, and Brits in waves. Remembered names are Tetlock, Zabok, Bagnalls, Riddles, and Stevenson. Stenen, Saskatchewan.